black market. Because you will need fuel, Abi. You shall have to to buy fuel. Dangote Refinery or Dangote himself displayed the products, the petroleum product he refined just about last week. In fact, it was just about 4 or so days ago. And he said the NNPC are the ones who will decide how much Dangote should sell his refined petrol. So NNPC is not touching it for some reason. And therefore, the scarcity itself is believed to be the handiwork of the NNPC as well, the only sole importer of petroleum to Nigeria.
It will interest you to know, Kofi, that for 99 days today makes it 99 days, the said portal has been shut down, where we do buy at 560s. And now this 560s was putting the price range around 580, 570, the selling rate at retail outlets. So as we speak now, if 99 days, the portal has been shut down, hence marketers have been buying. You may want to ask, how have they been getting, they call the independent marketers? And I'll put to you, we have been buying from third parties, giving this product by NNPC. And as of yesterday, marketers were buying at here in River State for 1,050 naira per liter from these third parties. So how could NNPC, being the sole importer of this commodity to Nigeria, not allocating to marketers directly at 560s? Rather, they are giving to third parties. Most times you buy from fourth parties, fifth parties. At outrageous, it will interest
Nigeria corruption. So NNPC is giving the fuel to third, fourth, even fifth parties who will now resell the fuel to the marketers before they now sell them to you. You see the chain of the sabotage, institutional corruption. So let's go back to that street again, where people are kind of lamenting, why are they doing this to us?
This country no good again. Country don't touch one side. Only one thing best for this country. I don't talk my mind.
I came out here by 4 a.m. They said they wanted to increase the price. I was there for like 3 hours. I said to go to work on my car. This morning again, I came out by 5 after 5. I've been here since after 5. Imagine the queue. It's not working. These people have nothing to offer. Even on our own, I'm a driver, I'm a transporter. They sent us messages that in Africa they're selling for 9 cents. And you can't cope like this. So the government needs to work something about it.
It affected everything. You know, at the point when I haven't heard it last night, I felt maybe you can just stroll into the gas station and get fuel without even being in the queue. But even with the hike, I'm still in the queue. So it might even get to 2,000 at the point, and we'll still end up being in the queue. It doesn't change anything.
Business. It's so serious because I've been yesterday night. This time. So serious. I cannot walk. And the increase is stopping us. We cannot see money. All the money is going for fuel. All the money for money and all the money is going for fuel. And once we deliver and we buy fuel, the remaining one is not going to us. So this particular is stopping us seriously. And the increase is stopping us is too much. From 6 something to 8 something. And it's too much. The passengers are complaining. So they have to bring it down. But the passengers, they cannot avoid the money. Their salary is not increased. Their salary is standby. They cannot avoid the transport. Because once you buy in the high price, I also stop the price of the passenger. And the passenger they cannot avoid the money. So they have to bring the price down. And this queue is too much. They have to save the price so that the queue can come down. So that we're able to move forward. Too much. I know it's too much.
So it's normal now. It's like we are used to the situation. It has been like this all this while. So it's normal. It's no longer a news to us anymore. Well, so it's just that we as in Nigeria, we have done to anything we see, anything we hear. Nothing is happening, nobody to ask, nobody to talk to. So it's normal. It's not something that I don't think we are worried about it anymore. You can see how the queue is now. From example, I'm just from the hospital, but I need to buy fuel. So it's normal. You can't compare. It's not, the margin is too much. You can't, you yourself, you should know. You can't go there. I want to buy 30,000 fuel now. It will not be up to half tank. So the situation is just something else. It affects so much, very, very much, that everything, house rent, food, everything, transport, everything. From example, I did not drive my car yesterday. From my house to this place, I used to pay 300. I paid 600 yesterday. It affects everything. Everything. So there's nothing to compare about. Nothing is not, in fact, nothing.
I didn't expect less. I had always known that a day like this will come. What do you expect from, a failed government that came in, a party that came into a stolen mandate? It was not the will of the people. So the person who we have as the president of the country is indifferent to the plight of the people. Why? Because he came in through the back door. And all he cares about is just himself and whatever thing that he feels he wants to become. He wants to be a president. Now he's a president. Every other thing does not matter to him. So very soon we will still buy fuel up to 2,000 naira, and Nigerians will still buy it. We are used to it already. So Nigerians are the kind of people who are also nonchalant. Let me use that word, because if we are really very, very strong-willed, I don't see any reason why we don't stand on our feet and say no to this bad government. So I am tired of this country. As a matter of fact, I'm tired of this country. But let's keep watching.
That's what everyone says. I'm tired. Are you not tired? Then what are you going to do about it? If you are tired of something, what are you going to do about it? You have to stand up against it or change it, right? That too is not their forte. Because a lot of people actually want a messiah, somebody that's just going to come and just take away all the trouble and then make their life much better. And they have been waiting like forever. So Dangote, the man that has built a refinery, the one they said once Dangote refinery comes upstream, this story of fuel scarcity, this and that, will become history. He himself is also a victim of that corrupt contraption as we speak, even though he's a beneficiary too, So he presented this just a few days ago, and still the people in NNPC, I don't think they give a damn. I'll share it. Dangote.
Where is that?
The first ship by this anytime from this week. We are going to be ready within the next 48 hours. So we are ready. At least what I said earlier is very, very historic. And I want to thank once again the people of whether the government or the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for making us to achieve this monumental, step. It is something that we actually love doing to make people very proud and make it something that looks possible to do whatever. For creating the environment for us to thrive and also achieve this monumental task of giving energy to our people for growth, development, and prosperity. I think this has been really, really a very, very great, move. And I think I want to personally also thank Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for creating this idea of Naira for crude and also Naira for the product. Doing that, it will give a lot of stability for the Naira, where now you remove 40% of the demand of dollars in the market, and that will actually stabilize the market. But that's not it. As you know, there's quite a lot of what you call round tripping, where people now do documentation and the fuel does not come into Nigeria, and this is a fact. So right now, as we have this refinery working, it will show the true consumption of Nigeria. We can track every single loaded trucks, and we will try as much as possible to track the loaded ships. Trucks, we can tell you where they are. Just like now in some of the products that we do, we can tell you exactly the consumption pattern and co. But that is a discussion for another day. Today's discussion is just to celebrate and to thank God Almighty for bringing us to this stage of now producing gasoline. And I know that a lot of people have not actually believed that we'll be able to deliver, but we've been able to deliver. I must really thank most especially Mr. DVG Edwin, who is the Vice President Oil and Gas, for having sleepless nights for no vacation. In the last 7 years, he's been to vacation only once. And, thank our Vice President also, Mr. Kulle Alake, for making sure that everything was perfect. The finances are also in order to be able to meet up with this challenge. And, on the commercial side, Fatima, I must thank you also for doing a great job. Congratulations. But most especially, what I keep saying is that we must thank the president and also the government for making this possible. Without their support, there's no way we'll be where we are. So we thank them, and I hope this refinery will actually change the entire dynamics, not only in Nigeria, but in sub-Saharan Africa. The capacity that we have will not only meet up with the Nigeria's demand, will meet up the demand of the sub-Saharan Africa at least. So we thank you very much for your support. We will now take you. You can see that this is the sample. This is the sample of the, petrol. It might be a little bit, you see it like a different color, but that's the real this thing, So you are now going to have, good petrol, where the engines of your vehicles will last longer. You will not be having an engine issue, which a lot of us were having. It won't happen at all. The quality here will match that of quality of anywhere in the world. US, America, we will make sure that nobody will beat us in terms of quality. So thank you very much. It's not, it's a celebration day. and also to give thanks to Almighty God, to give thanks to Mr. President, to give and also some friends that they've been very, very supportive in making sure that yes, they push us, give us sleepless nights to make sure that yes, we don't disappoint them. This refinery produces gasoline, so we are now here. So thank you very much for all your support. We now go to the gantry where you see the loaded trucks, and as soon as we finalize with the NNPC, our products will start going into the market. And again, like what I said today, we actually help to restore industry and manufacturing. We will begin real import substitution, which is what we have, saving our nation foreign exchange and also earning foreign exchange, which will stabilize the naira, like what I said earlier on, and it will also help bring down inflation and cost of living. So by the grace of Almighty God, all of us will be proud of what we have done. And we are very, very determined to do all this thing. And let me assure you of one thing. We have what you call the, demand of polypropylene. There's a demand of polypropylene in the country. Nigeria from October will not import any more polypropylene, which used to be about 250,000 tons.
So that was Dangote. I kind of put the videos the other way, the gantry was the one I put first. Then I put this interview next. So it should have been the other way around, but anyway, doesn't really matter. So according to Dangote, they have enough products to fill in the gap of this scarcity. Okay, they've got product that is so like the purest to some Nigerians, really. So petrol can be this clean like water. Yeah, it can be. And most of the time, the coloring is added to it. Whether you get your petrol and it looks browny or it looks yellowish or it looks okay, I think this is the one that looks bluish. So they usually mix them up. Okay. But Dangote is presenting an ace, which is another thing that is making the guys in NNPC feel so bad. Like, oh, Benny, you are trying also, because this one that you are presenting a clean petrol to Nigerians that, yeah, look at this. This is how it should be, or look how pure it is and all that. So you are practically telling all Nigerians that the petrol that has been imported, the ones that they've imported into Nigeria for years, they were not good. Is that what Dangote is doing? So that one is between them or within them anyway. So he said he's grateful to Tifnumbu, who has his own partner, the refinery in Malta, the one they have been importing from in the last 1 year. So he said the NNPC will determine how much. That's why he initially said NNPC will determine how much he would have to sell his petrol per liter. Doesn't make any sense, but he said that. Then I think it was yesterday, he changed that to market force, or the market forces will determine how much Dangote will sell his own petrol. See, the problem right now is not just about the cost of the petrol in Nigeria, okay, per liter. It is the availability. Like, people can't find it anywhere, And some are saying that even though Tifnubu said he removed subsidy, but still paying subsidy, and you are still paying more for petrol and other products like that. So if Dangote Refinery, demand that was said to have received over 30 million barrels of crude oil from Nigeria Well, NNPC said they gave him 30 million barrel of crude oil. He didn't debunk it only, right? Or he said he's been importing his crude oil from Brazil, a few other places. So you will buy crude oil at what knows, I mean, God knows the market price you bought it, right? You imported it to Nigeria, refined it through all of that process and all that. You should be able to set your own price. At least it is a free market, isn't it? The reason why they removed subsidy was to make it free market, where anyone and everyone who can bring in the product from anywhere, any part of the world, as long as it meets the standard, should go and bring it, crash the price. That was the plan. And it would have been a great advantage for the local refiners because they don't have to import anything. They just have to like possibly export after they are filling the the local demand. But the whole thing is so so sketchy and it is so dodgy as well. So they are waiting for Tifnumbu and the guys in NNPC, the same guys who I believe have suddenly decided to sabotage him. Well, you have seen that too, right? So if you have money to be able to refine the crude oil they gave you, and then he said they are the ones to decide how much they will give it to the marketers. So that means you have it already. He didn't tell us how much he has in stock. Like for example, I say, oh, Dangote Refinery has, we have, I'm just using this as a scenario now, right? Let's say Dangote Refinery says we have refined 100 million liters that we can release to the market in Nigeria right now. Okay, crash out this scarcity and all of that, and get everybody going, and then we'll probably be able to fill in the gap as we go on as well. So this should be it. But the whole thing is still dodgy. There are so many questions unanswered. But you can get the answers yourself by looking at the pieces of the information that are available to you. I'm talking to those of you in Nigeria right now because you are the only people who can tell what you are going through and how it feels to be living through this right now. Sure, you get. So common sense thing would be like, okay, if Dangote is refining, how much have you refined? How many of the products have you refined? How much do you have in your reservoir? Yeah, we've seen the tankers who are ready to load all the products. But does that mean that the tankers loading the products are what? NNPC tankers? Independent marketers? It should be a free market. That's what they said. You know, down, they have a word for it. African Wala, help me. There's a word for it. They call it deregulation. Yeah, deregulation of the downstream sector. So when you deregulate and you remove subsidy, it simply means government has no say in oil, what do you call it, oil market and the rest of them anymore. Well, that's not true. It's not true. So again, questions unanswered. Okay. I would love, I have been searching for that, so I didn't get it. If not, I'll probably have shared that with you. I haven't really got where or how much Dangote has in his stock. And then why NNPC, who knows this too, why they sort of are looking away when people are going through what they are going through right now. Then he said he's waiting for Tifnumbu to determine the price. So if Tifnumbu and gang comes and say, okay, you know what, go and sell it for 200 naira per liter, is that going to be profitable for a private enterprise, a private business like that of Dangote? Private. For government to or is it that it will deal with them and they will pay him the subsidy, the difference? Because as we speak right now, majority of them are saying the landing cost for a liter of petroleum in Nigeria right now is currently put at 1,350 naira. Write it down. 1,350 naira is landing cost. So most of them have to land in Lagos. Okay. All of this oil depot in Lagos. So they would have to land there and batch there. Then from there, they would have to transport them to every part of Nigeria by truck. So which we also had to the cost of bringing it closer to you. And that is why the people of Niger Delta, the people that produces over 90% of Nigerian crude oil, supposedly, they are also the people that pays highest for petroleum products in Nigeria. Yeah, you might think the northerners pay more. No, they don't pay as much as the people in Niger Delta, the real producer of the oil. We have the cheapest oil, especially in the southwest part of Nigeria, because when the whole thing lands, when they landed, right, they land in Yoruba land, the Lagos water. So we don't do much.